Alright, this is a first for me. I'm going live twice in one day. For those of you uninitiated, I am Richard. This is my channel, and I am desperately trying to get monetized because I live in a world that, my hobbies need to make something back. So behind me here is actually what my monetization looks like. Behind me here. And this is actually for channel memberships. We scroll down. I need 1,000 subscribers and either 10 million shorts views or 4,000 public watch hours, and I'm under 1,800 at the moment. So I've tried live streaming in order to try and beef that up. I don't know how live streaming is going to impact my watch hours, but it's a noble experiment. We'll get Flight to Mars going in the background here. And if nobody shows up by the time I finish my monster, I'll go offline. Two people, four people. Who's in the chat? Who's there? Does anybody actually want to talk to me today, or? No? I mean, that's fine. There is a kitten crying in the background. I don't know what's with his mom. She should be taking care of him. He's been making noise all day. I don't know if you guys can even hear that. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. So I guess it just bothers me. The weird one is online. Yes. Who fuzzn't talk to me? Kelly Canvas. What is such a weird one? Yes, I take pride in my weirdness. I am a very strange man. Bye-bye. Maybe Monday or maybe Fridays are just a bad day for this, you know? Or is it Sunday, Saturday? Saturday. Maybe Saturdays are a bad day for this. I mean, I did a live stream this morning and nobody showed up either, so. Maybe weekends are a bad time for live streaming. People should be out having fun. Like myself. I should probably go get him. Oh. This is Rusty. Rusty will not shut the hell up, and I don't know what's wrong with his mom. Some cats make better mothers than others. And old Rusty here, I don't know if he's going to survive. Okay, he's got white poop, which is a bad sign. It's not, it's not, infected or anything. It's just a sign that his digestive system may not be functioning properly. And his temperature is low. So, I mean, I actually know somebody who would probably. These particular cats are easy to home. Yes, yes, you're a kitten. Yes. So, thank you for joining me, Frozen Fox. There aren't a lot of people in the chat today. I think this is just a bad day. Bad day for a live streaming, but I mean, I'm trying the live stream experiment. Yeah, um, people should be out having fun on a Saturday. Why aren't you out having fun, Frozen Fox? You need to be living your life, not spending your time with me and my kitten. That's right. But I have to run a full. But don't talk like that. I mean, sure, there are people that think of you as friends. They just probably are too poor to spend time with you. I mean, really, Frozen Fox, if you had the money to go out and party, you'd probably be out there partying and having friends and, doing all those things. Right, you little booger? So, Frozen Fox, what you're telling me is you're an introvert. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but, if you have the opportunity, you do need to go out and do things and have fun. I mean, like I say, if I had the money uh, to really go out there and have fun, I would be able to find people to have fun with. They might not be the funnest people in the world, but, that's a thing. Worry not my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Exactly, but strangely, I become an introvert as moved into the big city. Eh, you know, there's a saying um, in the country, there are few people, but none are lonely. And in the city, there are many people and much noise, but all are lonely. So, one of the things about the city is that there's less accountability because there's so many people. That's one of the reasons you see liberals who tend to favor policies that protect the people tend to live in higher population concentrations because in lower population concentrations there's more accountability. Like, I've had a lot of issue with employers. Shiva NJ1 is here, live and living color from New Jersey. All right, there's like three of you now. But as I was saying, the reason you see more liberals in higher population densities is because the lower accountability means there needs to be more laws that protect people. I mean, it's like, if I lived in a small town and I were a security officer and they fired me, everybody would be pissed off at that security company because they all know me and they're like, dude, he needs a job. What's your problem? But then there are fewer security opportunities in a small town. That's one of those things. Rural America is dying, but we have a system that was designed to spread out leadership over distance, not over people. So, I mean, in a direct democracy, California, being the most populous state, would be the most important state. And we're particularly a blue state. You're gonna knock over my soda, kitty. So Sonic Chicken was not that great, eh? Hmm? That wasn't Sonic. That was either Taco Bell or Jack in the Box. Unless you're referring to my blog, in which case, yes, I do believe Sonic Chicken was not that great. Sonic is not known as a high quality eatery. Frozen Fox, my blog is set up so that anybody can comment. So you should be able to leave comments if you wish. And you having a YouTube account does technically mean you have an account on the website that hosts my blog because it is a Google property. Whippets are back. College kids are doing whippets. I just got an alert. Where is this little booger's mom is my question. What is she doing? So yeah, today something I did was I got onto my blog and I just started posting the crap out of it on X. Still weird to call it that. You see, this is the analytics from my blog, and we're looking at the last 7 days here. This was today's post, the Sonic Tenders, so that's what he's referring to, and their views stopped at 30. I don't know. I don't know why, but I know it's been getting more views. But when I refresh, I don't get anything. And it's at 120 total views for the blog since the turn of the day, which is at 5 o'clock p.m. my time. All right. But yesterday I got 969 views. And you can see like Lean Cuisine was the top with 31 views in the last 7 days. It still says the Sonic Tenders are at 25, even though up here it says they're 30. And it just says all manner of things on here. I mean, I know you guys really can't see it, but this one is about a month, no, about 2 weeks, I think. It was originally a litter of five, I think, and two of them passed away. Three of them passed away. Now there's two left. I mean, the mother has been throwing these kittens all over the place. I don't know what is up with her, but she's not tending to her boogers, and I can only tell you the exact whereabouts of this one and the other one, and they're both male, I think. And the other one is the one that has the highest likelihood of survival. This one here is the smaller of the two, and body temperature is abnormally low. And Valentine is serenading us. He's probably going to pee on something now, because that's what he does. He's Valentine. But, Valentine, I am busy. So yeah, like I say, these ginger cats are in high demand, or at least they used to be. So if he survives, I actually know some people that may want him already. I'm an insane cat person. What do you want? And I'm a little mad at you for saying Superbad, the movie, is not that great. You know, I couldn't get through Superbad because one of the characters was verbally abusive to his friends, and I knew a guy who was like that. And as his life continued to unravel, he just got more and more abusive until I had to stop being friends with him. And then when I had to stop being friends with him, everyone was so in love with the idea of me being friends with him that many of them refused to talk to me unless I was friends with him. So I stopped being friends with them. So huge amount of my friend base was lost in that. And I mean, this the thing was that they just let him behave that way. And I mean, look, I didn't see the whole movie super bad. I remember seeing it with a group of friends, and we just couldn't keep watching it because the subject matter was so offensive. So, I mean, but then I was with a group of friends when I first saw Event Horizon, and I was actually really enjoying Event Horizon when my friends decided to walk out. And, we left and went to a restaurant, and they talked about how much they hated that film. And then Event Horizon became something of a cult film for its uniqueness, but often a unique film will put people off. For example, a real master film is uh, Full Metal Jacket, and my brother literally couldn't watch it. I mean, there was one scene that upset him so badly he had to leave. Uh, this is a cat. Yeah, Kubrick's an interesting director, but I mean, the Marines have been known to go too far on hazing. This animal is not feeling terribly well, so it's not going to be giving you the greatest of performances. I mean, I found his brother crying this morning, and the mother hadn't pooped him, and young kittens need to be taught how to use their bowels. So the mother will lick the bowels until they release. And for a human to poop a kitten, you just start. Here's Mama. Mama's going, "What are you doing with my kitty?" Yeah, that's perfectly normal. I wanted to piss on the shirt, not my pants, but I don't know if you can see there is moisture coming out of the animal. Come on, Mama, kiss baby, kiss baby. Not getting any poop, but it is urinating. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's not the best of signs. You should be doing this. Oh, that stinks. There we go. That's what you're supposed to be doing, Mama. Good Mama. No, no. No, you don't. Ew! Now you're just eating the poop. Come on, Mama. Come on. Okay, this is a lot grosser than I hoped it would be. And there goes my empty can of come on, Mama. Lick baby's butt. There you go. I don't believe I'm doing this. I had 2 job interviews on Friday. Hey, Tim. I had 2 job interviews on Friday. I worked last night, and they're trying to get my paperwork resolved with one company. I haven't heard back from the second interview, and the third interview had to be rescheduled due to a company emergency. Incidentally, I do not have a name for this cat. This cat. Come on, Mama. What do you think I should name her? She's a beautiful calico. So that was why your baby was crying. It had to go poopy, and you weren't there to help it. You have to help your babies go poopy. That's what mama kitties do. Skittles. The fire situation, I haven't checked in a few hours. Last I heard, it was going pretty well. We're more concerned, frozen fox with eggs at the moment in the state of California, or in the United States in general. But that does remind me, I should check on the fire situation. So I'm going to look at the fire map. Okay. Um. So of the 5 fires, 3 of them appear to have been extinguished. I have 2 super scoops on the way. One of them is not far from my house. There we go. And a fire helicopter. Okay, so this is the Eaton fire, and I know it's rather hard for you guys. Hello, Pizza Man 86. As I know it's a little hard for you guys to see what's going on here, but see, these are the mountains, and this is the 210 freeway. So the evacuation zone originally, or at its worst, stretched all the way down here, you know, right to the freeway. So it's receded considerably. And there's currently 14,000 acres burning. So that 14,000 acres. You want to go to your mommy? You sure? Because she's not taking good care of you. Mama cat. It's gonna poop under my desk. Yeah, Tim, when was that? When was it you got $3 for a dozen eggs? Because the last time I saw eggs for sale, they were $9 for a dozen. The last time I went to the store, there were no eggs whatsoever. So it's not a good situation. I normally have hand sanitizer around here somewhere. Pooping kitties is a dirty business. Yeah, $9 for eggs, and they sold out. People bought them. You know, um, the egg is a real indicator of, however, there may have been scalpers. What's going on apparently is another epidemic of bird flu. So they're killing a bunch of birds in order to remove the flu, I guess, or they're quarantining birds or something like that. And this is contributing to a shortage. I'm not her mother. Her mother is right here. Him. Okay, I believe 1 in 2,000 of these kinds of cats are male, or female. When you see a calico like the mom here, okay, they're female. They tend to be female. Male calicos are very rare. When you see a ginger like this cat, gingers are normally male. Okay. So, come on. Mommy's right here, nurse. All right. Looks like the baby's nursing. There we go. Yes. Good mommy. Good mommy. Yeah. Baby kitten is definitely nursing. Um yes, all cats can be cute, but I've seen some really messed up cats in my life, and that's not cute. I don't know if you guys obviously can't see me. Um Mother and baby there. Mama is sniffing my uh, I do not sell them. I try to find homes for them. fire is apparently under control, and I will be fine. Frozen Fox thinks your name should be Skittles. What do you think, Skittles? Skittles will work. This is a white pineapple monster. With ice that I got at a restaurant but threw into the freezer. I'd show you the can, but the cat knocked it off and it's in the darkness. Oh, there it is. Yeah, white pineapple monster. Um, White pineapple monster has enough body to be something you can have with most alcohols. I wouldn't really call it a bourbon level drink, but it is very sweet. Mama's calling for baby there. Looks like she's okay. She's trying to sit with him. I don't know what she's been doing all day. I've been hearing her kitten cry, and I don't want to interfere because she needs to have that bond. Tabaluga, I don't think you wrote that in English. When will I come to Poland? Why would I go to Poland? I used to know a man who was Polish, and he said that he had a friend who gouged his eyes out because he didn't want to see what was happening in Poland. Well, I mean, look, Poland is a great place for herring and vodka. And I'm trying to understand what your content about. I'm checking vids. Netanyahu is from Poland. Okay, look. Poland is actually pretty nice. A lot of beautiful girls. Yeah, I knew a girl who was Polish, or at least part Polish, and she was really attractive. But also, women in Poland can be quite hairy. I'm told it's cold there. But my bloodlines are Ukrainian, and my father would actually always go out there and say, if you don't like pierogies, we're going to burn your Kiss Me I'm Polish button. And my grandmother would scream, "We're not Polish!" It's cold in Poland. It's why they're always drinking vodka. It's what doesn't freeze in the snow. Best vodka does come from Poland. Just so you'll know. The cinnamon vodka you guys have seen in some of my videos and the espresso vodka you've seen in some of my videos is Polish. Polish vodka tends to be of higher quality than French vodka, although here in America, I mean, we've got Grey Goose and we've got Belvedere, and I forget which one of them's Polish, but the Polish one is less likely to give you a hangover. I mean, it's because the French tend to use rice in their vodka. Yeah, I have Ukrainian roots. Polish country eats many onions. I was not aware of that. Um, in Poland, their equivalent of a ravioli is a pierogi, and Polish pierogies can be stuffed with almost anything. They can be both savory and sweet. Although here in America, the pierogi is typically filled with potato. So they're typically savory. But, you know, do understand that Poland, there's a lot of wonderful things about Poland, and there's a lot of terrible things about Poland from what I gather. I've never been to Poland, and I've never seen uh, firsthand, but the people I know from Poland did not like living there. This is your daily reminder to make a grasshopper drink in a video. Yeah, my current lineup is a Queen Mary, which is beer and grenadine, a screwdriver. I forget what it's called because I always call it a Harmony Bay, but a vodka and cranberry. And the grasshopper, I don't have any of the ingredients, so it's kind of a long way off. But you know what? If I get monetized, the day I'm monetized, I will celebrate with a grasshopper. How about that, Chris? Clearly, they're eating most onions because I had an online friend from Poland, and she told me that. I understand from her it's a depression place. Yeah, um, depression is a symptom, not a disease. All right. And particularly in Poland, seasonal depression is a big issue. But also, there are often not a lot of economic opportunities in Poland. I mean, like if I went to Poland, it'd be damn near impossible for me to get a job because normally when they hire someone, they want them to work at the same place for 30 years. Here in America, that's just, it's unheard of, practically. So, Poland, well, things are different there. But again, there's no country where everything is bad. All right, let's be clear on that. I mean, Japan, for example, Tokyo is noted as being one of the most interesting cities on earth. There's all kinds of bizarre and unique methods of entertainment. But also, it's noted as one of the most stressful cities on earth, and the pollution, I'm told, is terrible. Dan, I love Poland water. Best spring water. I get it at Stop and Shop. I have never had Polish spring water. Uh, Again, I try just about everything I can get my hands on. And, you know, right now I'm actually debating whether I should make myself a Queen Mary with my surviving beer or try the new alcoholic monsters I picked up. So, Frozen Fox, I have the beauty of ADHD and SSRIs. Yeah, me too, brother. Itsuki, yes, it's a stressful in Japan, but I don't live in Tokyo. I live near Sendai. Okay, it's the same in Japan. Yeah, depression is popular. I don't know if popular is the right word. I think you're looking for the word common. And again, you know, do understand that every culture has their bright side and their dark side. And it's like, you look at China, for example, they express a great hatred for Japan. And their hatred is so great that there was a red button in the background of somebody's video, and he was flagged for being pro Japanese because of it, because it looked too much like a Japanese flag. So, and that's very sad because these two cultures are very closely linked, and they do have a bad history between each other. But in the future, we hope things will heal. How does it smell? I can't really smell the fires. Thank you for helping my English. Itsuki, I speak a very standard form of American that is very close to the most accepted pronunciations. So, listening to me will probably be very good for your English. Also, I have a very large vocabulary. And if I do use a word you don't understand, feel free to tell me about it because I actually have a collection of words. One of my channels was originally supposed to be about expanding vocabulary because every time I watch the news and hear a word I'm not familiar with, I write it down. And I have about 600 of them to review, and you know, it's one thing at a time, so I have to budget my time better. But, I'm glad you're here, and just pay attention to how I speak. I have what's referred to as a Jewish ear, so my ability to hear things and hear the influxes in language is very strong. And you could learn a lot about pronunciation from me. Dan, Tokyo Rose, the crazy real story. Yeah, you've mentioned that before. Apparently, that's an important point in your life. Frozen Fox, I love Japanese girls so beautiful, they almost cured my depression. Yeah, and they tend to be hot to trot, too. Itsuki, no, they won't heal in my lifetime. Sorry, but that I wish I can help the situation because I think most people don't want those disagreements. Yeah, bro. I mean, the Japanese were noted to be some real nasty characters to the Americans as well. But, we've gotten over it. Kung Wu King, do you know any language besides English? No, I don't. Itsuki, thank you so much. I will ask and listen. Your help, thank you. Do you like pontification? I honestly don't know what that word means. I know I've heard it before. I think it's associated with soap. Pontificate. Grand and present participle pontification. Express one's opinion in a way considered annoyingly pompous and dogmatic. Okay, so pontification is the act of expressing your opinion so that you piss people off. King Lo King, you know I'm Jewish, right? I mean, Jesus was a person. He was a king of Israel. I don't have time. We probably shouldn't go into that. That might pontificate people. But yeah, I mean, I believe that Jesus was a person. He was a rabbi, and he's a person that in history has a certain level of my respect. I do not recognize him as being any more holy than any other person, but from what I understand, he was a well learned rabbi. I'm not following the Pope, King Lu King. Frozen Fox, yes, it helps me too. I know 90% of vocabulary, but I have a hard time to put it into sentence that makes sense. Um, yeah, I do a lot of reading. King Lu King, I am not a Christian. I didn't accuse you of being a Christian. I'm simply telling you I am not a Christian. Okay? I am a Jew. I was born a Jew. I was raised a Jew. I don't consider myself terribly religious, but I do believe in certain aspects of Hebrew philosophy. Did you ever read the book Tuesdays with Maury? I have never heard of that book. King Lu King, yeah, we totally understand. King Lu King, what exactly are you in terms of your philosophies? That would be a good question. Punk rock, you missed it. I was taking care of. I was showing everyone how to poop a kitten. It was a very strange experience. Read it, trust me. Okay, so Tuesdays with Maury. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm gonna look it up on. Huh. An old man, a young man, and life's great lesson. All right, I'm gonna put it on my Excuse me. It's 50% off right now. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. And if somebody wants to buy it for me, or if I ever get around to it. Oh. King Lu King, I am a mysterious man. I never talk much about myself. Punk rock. Richard, what are your thoughts on the Jews? Well, I am one. I'm 31% Ashkenazi Jew. And firstly speaking, when it comes to Israel, I believe my people came home. Right? And as Izuki is saving, save the children of Gaza. Um, you need to understand something that in Gaza, they consider it a holy and righteous event when one of their children dies fighting Jews. They intentionally starve their own children. They use their children as human shields. They keep weapons in their children's bedrooms. I have seen evidence of this. It's well documented. You know, these are people that we have footage of them literally rejoicing when mothers crying out in joy when they find that their children have died fighting Israel. So, to save the children of Gaza, we must remove the terrorists. Because if we do not remove the terrorists, they will simply teach their children to become terrorists. And what kind of a life is that? I mean, look, Israel and that general region is what we call a knowledge based economy. All right? It's not based on natural resources, it's not based on agriculture. It is primarily a knowledge based economy. So, in order for the children of Gaza to grow up and have productive lives, they need to be educated and they need to be removed of hate. And I mean, one of the things that is growing in Africa and the Middle East is Muslim extremism. Okay, now, I mean, some of my friends are Muslims, and that's a thing. But extremism of any kind tends to be a human rights violation. Itsuki, it's a human rights crisis. Those people have no hope to ever leave Gaza. It does not make it right to keep them in this prison of Gaza. They are human too. Okay, Israel is not keeping them in Gaza. Egypt is keeping them in Gaza. Jordan is keeping them in Gaza. They can come to the United States. They have a right to immigrate to Israel. You know, the people that live in the Gaza Strip are there because of their own choices, because of their hatred of Jews. Okay, what happened was there was a war, and the Gaza Strip was controlled by Egypt. All right, Israel kicked Egypt out of Gaza and claimed it as part of Israel, and they built greenhouses and infrastructure, and the people were happy. Then the UN stepped in and said, "You need to let Gaza be its own thing." And Israel said, "All right." And they took every Jew out of Gaza. They even dug the bodies out of the cemeteries. And then what happened was this plunged Gaza into civil war, right? And there was an election in which Hamas was victorious, all right? When Hamas took power in Gaza, Frozen Fox, here in Berlin, Jews are not safe anymore because of the increase of Muslims. Yeah, no kidding. Look, there are pro Gaza protesters giving the Nazi salute. All right, but back to my story, or back to the history. When Hamas took power in Gaza, they murdered all of their political rivals, drugged their bodies through the streets, and um, there was never another election in Gaza. So you have to understand this, that the concept of free elections don't exist in Gaza. When you talk about this free Palestine, there has never been a Palestine. Saying free Palestine would be like saying free California. Free California from what? Okay, the people who live in Gaza can call themselves Palestine if they want to, but they're not free. Israel is a free country. You can believe what you want, you can love who you want, you can do what you want so long as you don't hurt other people. In Gaza, it is illegal to be a Jew, it is illegal to be a Christian, it is illegal to be a homosexual. You cannot love who you want, or believe what you want, or do as you please. It is a place where barbarism and torture reign. Itzy, I understand that's sad. There are a terrible people there, and I wish to help the innocent children and orphans. It's really sad. Uh, Itsuki, one of the men who was killed, one of the Jews who was killed on October 7th, was a man who volunteered as a chauffeur, as a taxi driver, to take children from Gaza to hospitals in Israel because they were better hospitals. And that's what he did, and they killed him all the same. The best thing that could happen to the people of Gaza is that they could join Israel. Okay? They don't want to do that, and that's fine. They have the right to be their own state. But if they joined Israel, they would get better medical attention. And again, any person living in Gaza has the right to come to Israel, live there in peace for, I think, 3 years, and become a citizen. If they choose. They choose not, because they are trained to hate Jews. Oh, last of my energy drink. Skittles, why are you not taking care of your kitten? Skittles. Or are you Kit? I can't tell. You know, um, one thing that we say, a proverb of psychology, uh, King ill king, what do you do for a living if we can ask? I am a security officer. Itsuki, thank you for your knowledge. Yeah, something you guys should be aware of. One of the proverbs of psychology is assess, assess, assess. All right? And the reason for assess, 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 when you're dealing with a patient that has problems, you never stop re examining them as a person because you never know what's going on inside their head. And I mean, in psychology, there are four motivators. One is the past, that's typically psychoanalysis, Freudian psychology. One is the present, that's typically behavioral psychologists. And I forget which one, who is the future. You know, what you want. I mean, it's what happened to you, what is happening to you, what you want out of life. And then there's biology, which is neuropsychology, which is basically what are the structures in your brain. And it doesn't matter which approach to psychology you take, they're all effective. But, you know, if you deal with one trauma, it doesn't mean that another trauma won't come up. So, one of the things we say in psychology is assess, assess, assess. When you deal with international events, particularly ones involving Jews, you have to understand that terrorists lie and politicians lie, and nobody is 100% the truth. So it's like people often bring me criticisms of Israel. It's like one person came out there and said that the Israeli Ministry of Health said that they found no evidence of sexual abuse in the victims of October 7th. Did Michael D. Higgins lie? I don't know who Michael D. Higgins is. Is that the physicist from the Higgs boson? What type of music are you listening to? I'm not really listening to music. Netanyahu or your Lapid, who makes more sense for Israel? I don't know your Lapid, so I don't. I mean, I blame Netanyahu for what happened on October 7th. He should have known better. He should have had better defenses. Anyway, as I was saying, you know, somebody told me that the Israeli Ministry of Health said that there was no evidence of sexual abuse on October 7th. So I looked it up. And, you know, I could find no source that said that that had been said. So likely it was a lie. So you have to understand there's a smokescreen of lies. President of Ireland, he is a really nice man. Yeah, he's also a moron. Look, my last name is Neal. Okay. Neal means son of Nile. In Ireland, it's often O'Neill or McNeil. There are 11 spellings of the name Neal. In prehistoric times in Ireland, there was a king named Niall of the Nine Hostages. And the reason he was called Niall of the Nine Hostages is because I know the leadership of Ireland is acting really dumb right now. Countries don't recognize other countries, the UN does. You can't have a referendum to recognize Palestine. Palestine has to be recognized by the UN to be a country. Yeah, and he glazes over the genocide. Stumpman 5000. Look, you know, Ireland views Israel the way they view England. And the English really treated the Irish like crap. Okay? And that's just one of those things that they see themselves as the Israelis, but or they as the Palestinians. But you have to understand, the modern day Irish are conquerors themselves. They're colonizers. The Furbolg were the original Irish, and they mostly got. Well, I don't know if there are any living examples of them left. Some people say Netanyahu let these terrorists deliberately into the country so he has a reason to invade Gaza Strip. Someone say 7th October is made by Mossad. You know, again, there are discrepancies about October 7th that do point to some implications on the part of the Israeli government. If there's a genocide happening in Gaza, it's a very poorly orchestrated one. But yeah, and we're asking where was the border defenses on October 7th? Look, you know, understand something about Israel. They're known as one of the most resourceful nations on earth. When Saddam Hussein was building a nuclear reactor, they modified F 16s. There is 60,000 children in Gaza with no parents. I'm sad to say, know it. You know, to be completely honest with you, their parent, first of all, that number is probably a lie. I mean, we had evidence of people named Mohammed who were killed in Gaza, claimed, and the Gazan government claimed that they were civilian females. So we cannot trust those numbers. That's a stretch. Yeah, look, okay. Firstly speaking, there's no such thing as a nice war. Bad things happen in war, and when a large percentage of the population are trained to fight, and they fight against a superior enemy, they die. So yeah, there are going to be a lot of orphans. Stuntman 5000, dude, I do research. I'm looking at reports. These are my people who are fighting for their freedom, or fighting. There's a gnat in my water. I don't care. You know, Super Stuntman 5000. You're like an Olympic level gymnast at this. Yeah, you're a flat out liar, or you're ignorant. You know, look, again, I am a Jew. And as a Jew, to take any human life is a terrible thing. Understand that. Yes, Stuntman 5000, you're ignorant. You have an ignorant stance that clearly shows you have not researched the topic. As I say, as a Jew, it is a terrible thing to take any human life, even the life of an enemy, even the life of a terrorist. In fact, one of the things an Israeli proverb is, modern Israeli proverb is, shoot first, cry later. So, yeah, I mean, in Israel, they feel terrible about the things they did in Gaza, but they believe they were necessary. Stuntman 5000, you're not the first person to claim that you've seen it firsthand. I've had people say that, and then I found out they were lying. So, yeah, dude. Stuntman 5000, I don't believe in what you're saying. Why don't I believe it? Because I've been lied to too many times by people that say the things you say. Red, P. Diddy for president, 2028, eggplant. Put salt in the toilet. This is something plumbers will never tell you. Why would you put salt in the toilet? Uh, Frozen Fox, common, let's have a nice evening, guys. Stuntman 5000, I'm going to stop responding to you. You know, you can sit there and be a dingleberry all you want, but it's actually part of the faith of the extremist Muslim that lying to a Gentile or lying to a non-Muslim is acceptable behavior. Stuntman 5000, you do defend genocide. The official policy of Hamas is to kill every living Jew, and that includes me. You could bring any evidence you want. I would be advocating for my own death and destruction if I did not stand with Israel. That is a fact. It's well documented. Yeah, do understand, King U. Am I pronouncing that wrong? King O King. Orthodox Jews also call this a genocide. Yes, Jews with weird hats stand against Israel because in our Bible it says, "Thou shalt not kill." Right? This is a very firm statement, and Orthodox Jews take this to heart. There was Jews during the Holocaust who provided defective firearms to freedom fighters because of this. There are Jews that refuse to serve in the Israeli army because of this. And Israel has turned around and said, you know, if you don't want to serve in the military, don't be an Israeli. Weirdest encounter as a security guard. Okay, so um I was working at a homeless shelter some 10 years ago now. And this yeah, Itsuki, people are asking that we change the subject, so we're changing the subject. So I was working at a homeless shelter in Los Angeles, and a man came in. He was an African American, and he was from another country, and he was screaming so much that he was spitting, and he was holding his hand in front of his mouth. Uh, Red, that whole part of the world has been at war for thousands of years. Why would that change now? Yeah, when the tribes there are not killing each other, they're killing my people, and when they're not killing my people, they're killing Christians. Off topic. So anyway, I'm sitting at this desk, and this weird guy shows up, and he's screaming and he's spitting out of his mouth, and he knows he's spitting, so he's holding a thing here in front of his face, saying, so that he doesn't spit on me. Rusty, I gotta get Rusty. Hold on a second. Oh, Rusty's back. Anyway, so this guy, and then he asked me for a piece of paper and a pen so that he could express what was going on. So I give him a piece of paper and a pen, and he starts writing weird stuff down. He starts writing this weird stuff, just scratches, not letters or anything, but he talks about how his sister went to school. Yes, Oopsie, you love Rusty. How his sister went to school for business, and how she was going to be his manager. How can you say Jews are bad? Look at that cat and love he feels for him. Come on, guys. Anyway, so he talks about how his sister was going to be his manager, and he was going into music, and he's just spitting the whole time. And then my supervisor comes in because she hears this guy screaming, and she goes, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Yeah, I'm just helping my friend here. Everything's fine." So she leaves, and this dude is just telling me his whole life story and all the things that are happening to him, and he's scribbling on this paper the whole time. And then I look at him and I say, "Okay, sir, so what is it you want me to do?" And he goes, "I want you to tell the people here that I'm not going to bring them bags of money." I said, "Okay, sir, I'll see what I can do." And yes, Mama Cat, Skittles is here. Skittles, you're not taking care of your baby. And he says, "Thank you." And he walks out, and I never see him again. It's a very strange world. I've had a number of very weird experiences as a security officer. Incidentally, have you guys seen um, Kit knocking over my water bottle? Have you guys seen the new Walmart logo? Yes, it looks like a different blue cat walking away from you. Come on, Mama Cat. Come on, Mama Cat. Rusty's here. Does the Mama Cat want some hugs? Is that what's going on? Mama Cat's going, "Yes, yes, scratch my back, scratch my back." I've never carried a gun on duty, King Ilkun King. I am certified to carry a firearm, but I have never actually carried one. So, in California, we have very strict laws regarding firearms. Okay, What's wrong, Mama Cat? What's wrong, Mama Cat? Come on. You have to pass a psychological evaluation in order to carry a firearm on duty in California. And then you have to be trained to safely handle the firearm. I'm not certified for a taser. I am certified for pepper spray and baton as well. And I've never had to use either. Look, as a security officer, you never want to use violence if you don't have to. And have I used violence? Yeah, technically. I once had someone try to slap me, and I put them in an arm lock. And the reason they tried to slap me is because they tended to wrestle with my boss. He was a very strange man. She's normally not this cuddly. The security guard in our office is always on his smartphone. Yeah, look, it can be really boring to be a guard, which is one of the things I actually really like about security. A boring day at the desk is a day that I'm very productive. Last night at work, I was able to bring my laptop and render 5 videos. Two of them I have posted, or maybe it was 7, I don't know. But 2 of them I have posted. One was today, if you'll notice, there's one about the Gates report that was posted. And, there was another one about Elon Musk, because people seem to really love Elon Musk. You gonna feed your baby? Where are you looking, me? Okay. Okay, you want me to scratch your chin? This is weird. I don't know why she's behaving this way. Her sister Kit, who is currently sleeping on my printer, has a problem with her chin. She keeps getting blackheads. Okay, Mama Cat. Let's feed the baby. Let's feed the baby, Mama Cat. There we go. Good girl. No, don't get up. Don't get up. Feed the baby. You're not gonna fall. I'm taking care of you. No, I still have my accordion, but I haven't played it in more than 20 years. What happened was that my mother enrolled me in the accordion, and my brother said he would kill me if I ever touched it again. So I have it, I just don't play it. What's playing in the background is Flight to Mars. It's an old, I think, 60s era, maybe earlier science fiction film. Uh, Typically speaking, I mean, this could be a recolor. I don't think it's starring Elon. Ah! Mama Cat, what did you do? You are not a very diligent mama cat. Rusty's fine. Okay, Skittles, your baby is hungry. Yes? So you are supposed to be feeding your baby, right? So we're going to try this again. What are you doing, Skittles? No, don't stand up. Skittles knocked her kitten off the desk here. Like I say, she's not a very diligent mom. You should do the one chip challenge. You know, the one chip challenge was something that did come to my local market, but I didn't pick any up. Getting her to tend to her baby is just like pulling teeth. There we go. I'm not a fan of spicy things. I have the Minecraft Pringles that I'm supposed to try. No, this is what mama cats are supposed to do. They're supposed to lick their babies' butts. And Skittles just loves the taste of butt, doesn't she? Oh. Yeah, it looks like he's still got some. Oh! Ugh. Oh, I've got to wash this shirt now. Got to wash this shirt too. But then that was already true. I have more than one green screen shirt, so don't worry. And it doesn't fit that well anyway. Live review something. I don't have anything on me to review at the moment. I could do that next time, Luke, but this is not a channel where I review things. This is a channel where I talk about things. So that's a Random Street Theater thing. If we get the transit back. Mew 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 mew. Yeah. This feels weird. And again, commercials. I should probably use Brave for this, because Brave filters commercials. Any case, I got a new comment on Mountain Dew Purple Thunder. Plus Monkey says, how to slowly destroy your health. Yes. Mountain Dew Purple Thunder is not something I would generally recommend. So, do you guys have any further questions, or, I mean, you guys getting tired of me? Favorite kind of pickles? Um, don't really have a favorite pickle. Fortunately, I got sick and I had been eating pickles, so pickle barf is something that stays with you. And I've never enjoyed pickles ever since. I mean, I can eat them, but I guess dills would be my preferred pickle. I've always wanted to like try pickled eggs, but never have. It smells like ammonia. Uh, King, you may be doing edibles again. You smell like kitty. Yes. Spreel, Gherkinsand, Auxerre, Lecker? Cucumbers. Spree-walled cucumbers are also. Do we even have those in America? Spree-walled cucumbers. Germany, home of the canned hamburger. Do they still make canned hamburgers in Germany? You can get them as cucumbers, but not as pickles. Some of the cucumbers they sell, man. The West Indian gherkin cucumber looks so weird. Amazon, these recommendations are just for you. More pots you don't need. More vacuums. A fake plastic camera for $100. Bulk Legos that are overpriced. A jacket. Yes, you could buy anything on Amazon now. Uh, Narenderch. I don't think so. I never heard of it. Richard, I have a serious question. Okay, what's your serious question? Kingle King, what's your serious question? Why would you need a fake? I don't know, Frozen Fox. I often look up strange things, and Amazon goes, "You might want to buy that," and I'm like, "No." So I actually have a collection of cameras. I haven't added to that collection with anything other than actual functional cameras in years. But when I was in high school, I had an aunt who was a garage sailor, and she would go to garage sales and buy me these cameras that didn't work. And, I was like, why are you buying me cameras that don't work? I don't understand. But my first professional camera was a Canon AE1 program, which was a very famous camera at the time. And I think I have like four of them in storage now. Not a big fan of film cameras anymore, although I mean, I certainly love to take pictures. I'd love to go ghost hunting, and you need certain types of film camera for that, but um, you know, it's kind of not fun to ghost hunt alone. You need other people for that. The Phantom Planet is now playing in the background. Is chemtrails real? King O King, chemtrails are not real. They are the actual thing you're seeing is water vapor from the engines of the plane condensing in the cold air. This has been a phenomenon we've seen since at least World War II, where planes began flying higher. If the government wanted to spray chemicals on us, clearly someone from my past being a dick. My name is Richard. But if the government wanted to spray chemicals on us, they would have ways. It's much like one of the proofs that there's no genocide in Gaza. Is that if the Israeli government wanted to kill a group of people, they'd get it done. They're known for that. Why would they need to hide it, or why would they do it so overtly? They would be able to hide it better with disease. If the government wanted to spray chemicals on us, they could just spray chemicals on this and just say, "Oh, we're doing maneuvers with our government." It's much like the New Jersey drones. It's much like the New Jersey drones. It's like if this was a secret government drone going out there, then why are their running lights running? They'd be dark. It's just one of those things. And look, you know, one of the tactics used in politics is, the super lie. And the super lie is HARP, the research testing station. Um, you tell a lie so ridiculously enormous that people just couldn't believe that you would deceive them on that level. And, that's kind of what chemtrails is. It's ridiculous. It's like there were people who started a protests conspiracy theory where they said that Alex Jones has been proven to be a lying pile of garbage. So there were people that started a conspiracy theory that birds aren't real. And they went out there and promoted this theory that birds used to be real, but all birds have been replaced by the United States government by surveillance drones. And, people actually turned around and believed it. Hey, Lord Blue Mint, what's up, bro? Yes, Rusty is also a drone spying on me. Look at his beady little cameras. That's not a puppy. Doesn't make sense that ducks can fly. Yeah, they say that about bees. Lord Blue Mint, I eat metal bars for dinner. Really? Why? You see, Happy Gilmore, I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. You eat pieces of shit? No! And ridiculous material. Skittles? You want to take care of your baby? I mean, he pooped all over me already, so. If you could do a business, which would it be? Film. I would, uh, I would write for film. I would also write novels, but I would write for film. Uranium is good too, and argon. What did one termite say to the other termite while they were looking at a piece of wood? Boron. Yes, if I were very wealthy, Frozen Fox, I would love to have a vineyard that made unique wine. Several of them in rural areas so that I could support rural populations. You could say I'm into brain benders, psychological horror. Okay, I'm gonna put him with mommy because he's crying and mommy's at my feet. So hold on a second, I'm going to disappear. All right, it's in the dark there. So yeah, um, my hair is terrible. Go to mommy. Come on, go to mommy. Into UFO stuff, not seriously, but I want to believe. Yeah, I mean, before there were UFOs, before we believed in other worlds and other planets, we believed in the succubus and the incubus, which were demons that abducted you at night and did sexual things to you. So, I mean, on the one hand, it is near certain that there are extraterrestrials. But on the other hand, we don't know if they'd ever be able to reach us. King O King, I'm into Bigfoot. I mean, you do you, bro. I mean, I know that's a porn genre. Frozen Fox, that's nice too. Lord Blue Mint, H3110. I'm assuming that's an object in space. Let's look it up. It's a watch. That's weird. Okay. 10 of us watching now. We're at the 1 hour 45-minute mark. We'll probably do this for another 15 minutes, unless you guys are tired. I mean, I've gotten about half a day's sleep, so I'm not exactly rip-roaring and ready to go, but I'm not exactly exhausted either. Somebody liked one of my photos on Instagram. That's always nice. Eaton fire lawsuit. Southern California Edison power lines may have caused the Eaton fire. Check out eligibility to file a claim. Can we at least put out the fire before the predatory people come in? I mean, seriously. King, I have been streaming every day because I don't know what impact streaming will have on my YouTube channel. And, I've always kind of struggled with employment. So, uh, I'm just trying to see what works. Trying to drum up some watch hours because that's what I need the most of. I'm just under 100 subscribers from meeting the first requirement or the one of the requirements I need to become monetized, and the requirement beyond that is of course watch hours. So I've been doing this streaming every day, uh, trying to get my watch hours up, and the way it works is that YouTube will update it on Monday, and I will find out then if you guys watching this Lord Blument, can you check my post, please? Post on your channel, you mean? Oh, okay. Lord Bluement here has said, check out Richard Leland Neal. You're supposed to do a celebratory video when you do the 100 subscriber point. But I mean, here's his watch time, 95. Very, very difficult. Well, thank you, Lord Bluement. I mean, it's really hard to get past that first hurdle. Although you guys are not terribly talkative today. Did you hear about the 10-foot Miami alien last year? That was hilarious. No, I don't think I did. 10-foot Miami alien. She's cleaning his butt again. Rumors of a 10-foot alien in Miami were false. The Miami Police Department, MPD, dismissed the rumors and released a video on Instagram to refute them. So there's your 10-foot alien. Mama Cat, what are you doing? Okay. Did you guys hear about the Montauk monster? It was a raccoon. It was actually 3 cops in a row. Yeah, look, um, a lot of these monster sightings are mistaken identity. Okay, it's like Bigfoot. Most of the time when people see Bigfoot, what they're seeing is a bear. And one thing you should be aware of in regards to bears is that their physical size changes throughout the year. They fatten up for the winter. They lose a lot of weight during the winter. They, in summer tend to be pretty thin. And in summer is when people go out there and, are in the woods more. So that's when you tend to have more Bigfoot sightings. Yes, Frozen Fox, I heard about the restaurant on the moon. The food was great, but it had no atmosphere. Did you hear about the restaurant on the sun? I heard it was a hot time. Hmm. These live streams are weird. I don't know why they're working out as well as they are, but we won't really know till Monday. But I mean, it's good to Pesky. I've been streaming every day for the last week. How often do I need to stream to make you happy? I mean, every day isn't often enough. 2 hours a day. We've got about 6 minutes left before we hit 2 hours. I mean, 2 times a day minimum. Really? It is weird to see a bear stand upright. It may be, but the Native Americans actually believed that human beings descended from bears. So, you know, went out there for a second. Yeah, but you might need a bit more interesting content. Yeah, what is it? What is it that you think would be more interesting, King O King? You know how things work in this app. I generally have never been a big user of the app, to be honest with you. I mean, looking at my analytics, yeah, last hour I saw a big spike in viewership. The last video I posted it about an hour ago, and it has gotten 9 views. Frozen Fox, I would prefer a kiddie pool filled with plastic balls. Those things aren't very sanitary, and I'm a big, fat guy. So, I would have to wash the balls afterwards. And I mean, it's always important to wash your balls. You should remember that. Definitely wash your balls. Do not wash your friend's balls unless you're a chick. Then go right ahead and wash his balls all you want. I'm sure he'd be into that. Like the Twitch streamers. Uh, don't know much about Twitch. Okay, so last call, guys. We're about at the 2-hour mark. Any final questions? Valentine is pissing on something I care. Valentine! He's not cuddly. I wish I could show you Valentine, because the reason I call him Valentine is he has a little heart on his nose. Someone commented on my Mountain Dew Purple Thunder video. Holy crap, man! That video seems to really be getting a lot of views lately. I saw a cat that looked like Hitler. That would probably be Valentine, yeah. There are many cats that look like Hitler. Uh, just so you guys are aware, the Hitler mustache, as you know it, is a way to keep a mustache that fits inside a gas mask. What is going on? Yeah, coincidence. Alright, just about 2 minutes left, guys. We're almost done here. Come on, any final questions? If there are no questions, then it's time for me to go. 2 minutes, well, 1 minute 30, really. I don't have a set time tomorrow, Pesky. What's a good time for you? Being assuming I'm not going to work. Remember, we've got to go LA time. What's a good time for you? Bring some cool content tomorrow. All right, Richard, I'm out. Thanks. I wish you a nice evening, buddy. Thanks, Frozen Fox. King Ill King, what do you mean by cool content? You want me to bring those alcoholic monsters? Drink one of those in front of you? Is that what's gonna give you I don't know, man, just do yourself. That could be interpreted more than one way. Whenever you're on, I'm on. Like I say, I mean, I want to do this at least 7 days straight for a week to see what's going on. And then I'm going to assess how YouTube feels about me doing these live streams. And I don't know how often I intend to do them after that. It depends. If they grow in popularity, if they're getting me watch hours, I'm going to do them more. And if they're not, then I'm not. I mean, it's like this, guys. When I do a video, if you like that video, you should really tell me why you like that video and what's up. And that gives me a reason to make more videos. Yeah, we get it. Just calculate the thing. It's like my best video last month was the rum and cola video. So I'm planning to make more videos where I mix drinks. That's how it is. Uh, if live streaming is what you guys want to do, I mean, I could turn the sound on and we could watch these movies together. That's perfectly cool with me. This is an open source film. It does not have a copyright associated with it, so that's a thing. How could anyone not like your content? Bro, I'm Jewish. Some people hate us just because we're Jewish. Anyway, guys, so it's time for me to go. So thank you for sharing this time with me. Uh, what are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Maybe I'll make a video about that in the future. Cheers. See you tomorrow. All right, guys. You have a good night. I'm out.